Hey everybody, here we are, day 7 of 22. 22 push-ups a day, 22 plus veterans committing suicide every day. And that's what we're trying to stop. That's what we're trying to fight. That's what we're trying to find a solution to. And I was thinking about this today. I think one of the problems we have in starting this conversation is it becomes too easy in our minds to alienate ourselves, to feel like we're the only person to have this struggle, to have these difficulties, and we make ourselves feel alone when we're probably not. Um, and I get it. I've been there. I think we tend to think, I can't share my feelings with somebody. I can't tell them I'm thinking these horrible things that I want to kill myself because they won't understand. They'll judge me. They'll think negatively about me. But that's not the case. You don't know what that other person has been through. They may very well have been through the exact same struggles you have and know exactly how you feel. So we're going to get a little real today, because I was almost one of 22 a day. I'll admit it and I'll talk about it. That's the whole point of all of this. I would be lying if I were to say there weren't nights I spent crying with a knife to my own wrist. It's true. It's happened. I've held a loaded gun to my head and struggled to think of a reason not to. I've been to the darkest places you can be in your mind. I know that struggle. I know why it's so hard. And I know what it's like to feel that alone, or like you're that big of a failure, or there's just no better option. Or worse, that this is the best option. That somehow you pulling that trigger or swallowing those pills are going to be somehow a solution for the people around you. Like somehow it's going to make their lives better. I struggled with pills for a while when I first came home. It's nobody is alone in this struggle. There is somebody who has been where you are. There is somebody who has struggled just like you. And that's not to say you're not special or that your journey isn't different. But at the same time, you're not alone. Reach out. You never know who can say, hey, I've been there. I've been where you are. I've fought that monster before. And they can help. Just reach out. Because I know it seems at times like life just can't get better. There is no getting better. This is the best it's going to be, and it's awful, so I might as well end it. I know that's how you feel because I've been there. But you never know what the future holds. Like today, getting a little personal again. I shared with you my lowest lows. And then today, my wife was able to show me a video. I wasn't able to go to the appointment. COVID life, starting a new job. All the things that make life difficult on us currently. I can remember those moments. I can remember how close I came and how I told myself the people in my life will be better off if I end it now. But then today, I see a video of my wife at the doctor, and I hear my new baby's heartbeat. I hear the nurse telling my wife, "Oh, did you hear that little difference in sound? That's a kick." That wouldn't be there. That life wouldn't be there if I that trigger. Would I have made her life better? No. As much as I felt that way, I would have denied her the life that's growing in her. We never understand what the cost for those around us will be when we make that call, when we pull that trigger, when we take those pills, when we slit that wrist, whatever it is. Because we're thinking selfishly, and we don't think we are. But we're looking for that way out, and we convince ourselves that it's the best way out for everybody around us. But in all actuality, all we leave behind is pain. But that's a tough, tough hole to crawl out of. I know. And to a certain degree, you might think you're out of it, and it still peaks up every now and then back there. It's like a lot of things. I sometimes think the thoughts of suicide are almost as addictive as a drug, because you're never truly rid of it. It's always going to be a battle, but it's a battle we can win. It's a battle we can fight. It's a battle we don't have to fight alone. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Raising money, Mission 22. Group of people who are willing to be there for you, willing to help you out. Need help finding a job? They're going to help you. Need help finding mental health? Help. They're there for you. You just need somebody to talk to. You need a hotline to call. They're there. And they're not alone. There are a lot of other organizations out there. It's just who I chose. But if you don't want to call some unknown number, you don't want to dive into some organization, call a friend, call a family member. Fuck, call me. I'm always willing to talk. I'm willing to help. There are hopefully people watching this video tonight who I have been able to be there for in some capacity. Maybe it isn't as extreme as, hey, I want to kill myself. Maybe you're just struggling through a hard point in your life, or you need a change of perspective. Whatever it might be, if you're down and you don't know who to turn to, if nobody else, call me. But I guarantee there's somebody out there who wants to listen and wants to help. And a lot of them watching this video, a lot of them have contributed to my fundraiser, and it's so amazing and so humbling. I received a check in the mail today for a rather significant amount that I'm going to put towards this fundraiser. I'm blown away. I mean, we're sitting at, with that check and money in the fundraiser and other money that I'm going to do, we're sitting at almost $2,000. Day 7, $2,000, 1 week. Think of what we could do if we did this every week of the year, not just 22 days. Think of the changes we can make. Think of the lives we could save. I'm incredibly proud of everybody who's contributed. I'm incredibly proud of everybody who's been there for somebody, everybody who's answered that phone call, everybody who's given a shoulder to cry on, everybody who's taken that moment to help somebody who doesn't believe there's help to be found. So I'm telling everybody who's struggling right now, please try one more time to get help. And everybody who wants to help, I'm begging you, ask. Keep asking until they come clean. Because you never know who's struggling. I know for a fact I'm the kind of guy that a lot of people wouldn't have had the thoughts that I have. I think there are probably a lot of people watching this right now who are saying, wow, I didn't see that coming. Because I tend to carry a rather cheery disposition. Everybody struggles. Everybody. Never be afraid to reach out for help. Never be afraid to reach out and offer it. We are here for each other. The human race is nothing more than a giant family. And yeah, we have our struggles, but what family doesn't? Let's be there for one another. And I would oftentimes share some fun Army story, but I kind of feel like I already got a little personal tonight. So, I am a little overwhelmed myself. Not negatively. That was a lot to share. It was only the last hour or so I decided I wanted to open up about that and share. There's some conversations I had this evening with an individual that made me really feel like I want to let people know what I've been through, to let them know I am somebody you can talk to. I'm somebody who will understand, who will not judge, who's been there. And I think many of you are probably in that same boat. You've been there. You know what it's like, and you just want to help somebody get through that. Please do. So, let's keep it brief. Fun Army story. Well, I went through basic training in 1999. I am a pre-9/11 enlistee. So, it was a very different atmosphere at that time. I remember, in particular, one thing that stands out, when I was going through basic training, there was one kid in particular, and it bothers me that for the life of me, I can't remember his name. But we got along really well, we were good friends throughout basic training, but for some reason, when it came to physical competitiveness, we just always felt the need to pair up with one another. Hand-to-hand or combatives training, pugil sticks, and in particular, boxing. I don't know if they still do, but I know we did boxing. And they had us wear headgear and gloves. And I'm a fairly above average framed individual, 2XL gloves, 15 wide shoes. I have a particularly small sized head for the body I have, so I wear a smaller hat than people would imagine. So the headgear fit me poorly. And the kid I was boxing with and we had every intention of going all out. And boy, did we. And I distinctly remember, we're haymakers and knockout punches left and right. Like, we're trying to murder one another. And the problem I was having is this headgear kept slipping down over my eyes, and I couldn't see. Anybody who's been in a fight knows if you can't see, you're kind of hosed. And I distinctly remember doing this. I can't see, and just as I clear my eyes, I see glove. Boom, there went my nose. That was the first time I got my nose broke. First of 3-4 times. 4. 4, and eventually in 2016 I had to have surgery because it had been broke and mishealed so many times. Couldn't breathe through it anymore. But that was the first time. And I distinctly remember Lieutenant stopping the fight. Oh, hey, whoa, are you okay? He's trying to look at him like, I'm okay, sir. Please let us keep going. All right, it's on you. You can get it checked out after, I guess. We go back at it, and I swung with everything I had. We had the first broken nose of the day, and the only knockout of the day. The righteous right hand, baby. So, and brag a little bit. But, that was just kind of one of those things that is always going to be in my mind, always a memory I'm going to carry around. And I look at it as a positive memory. I had a lot of fun. And me and that guy, we're good friends. We hugged afterwards. It was not a, negative effect. So, I mean, and that's kind of the way the Army life is for a lot of us who have served, particularly infantrymen. Yeah, we're gonna fight. That's what we're trained to do. That's what we're bred to do. We're gonna fight. Then when it's done, pick each other up and go get a beer. And to this day, that's still kind of my motif in life. So, push 'em ups, 22. One for every veteran who took their life today. I hope everybody thought about that yesterday. Because I did ask, hey, take a minute. Think about what you're doing every hour and think about the fact that somebody killed themselves during that hour. It's heavy. It's a heavy thought. Take it a step farther today. I mean, I shared where I've been. Think about that. Put a name and a face to this. Think of a veteran you know. If you don't know any, think of just a loved one. Think about the effect it's going to have on you. It would have on you, will have on you, if they take their own life. Because that's what it means to somebody. Every veteran who takes their life is a sister, brother, son, daughter, mother, father, husband, wife, to somebody. They matter to somebody. They should matter to everybody. So, make this personal. Start thinking, what if it is somebody I know? Because for some of us it was. All right, push 'em ups. Today we're going to do elevated push-ups. Now the elevated push-up is kind of like the incline bench. You get a little bit more action in the upper pec region. They also make it more challenging. Again, physics, an incline, a little more of your body weight is pushed to the front side. Varying degrees of angles make it more difficult. I remember one instance in particular where I may have screwed up and found myself doing push-ups elevated on a 4-stack, 4-drawer high filing cabinet. Darn near vertical. Vertical. Rough day. Today we're going to keep it simple just for the sake of it's what I have laying around. I'm going to use the spotter step on my squat rack. And again, just demonstrating different variations. Getting a little more challenging. So we're going to raise our feet up. The goal is still the same. We want that full plank style position. Hands about shoulder width, give or take. And I want to keep my elbows below the level of my shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Man, it's a good thing I'm doing all these push-ups. I'm apparently out of shape. "22 push-ups, representing 22 lives lost. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, every day. 22 real life people. Not just somebody in the newspaper, not just somebody you read about online. Somebody's loved one. Could have been yours. Let's do something about it.